When most people see me, they see plywood and paint. But that's not what children see. They see a place where someone listens. A magic mirror, a space where it's finally safe to say what's been sitting inside. We don't always know the stories children carry, but every child has a story.
The magic mirror, the person looking back at you, it's not just your reflection, it's not just your face or your body. You are a person with a story. You're a person that is more than just what you see in the mirror.
Some stories are happy. Some are heavy.
Most adults do not know what kids carry around, the weight they carry, and I see this every day in my practice.
Kids are carrying a lot more weight than most people realize.
And most of the time, their stories go unheard.
What I see coming into my practice is anxiety, depression,
They're dealing with maybe your divorce or financial problems,
Neglect and abuse.
verbal aggression, verbal abuse,
overstimulation and overload of information,
Poverty.
eating disorders both in boys and girls,
social struggles, how to fit in.
Some kids come to school with no food.
OCD.
They're dealing with a lot of social pressure, especially social media pressure.
And when a story goes unheard, it grows heavier.
Isolation creates an environment where a child is going to internalize their feelings and behaviors.
What makes these things even more dangerous is our kids are more isolated than we were growing up. A lot more isolated, a lot more lonely, and do not have the ways to express or talk about it.
Schools are meant to be safe, and childhood is meant to be protected.
It makes me feel really helpless. I mean, we can provide only so much love at school, but we know what they go home to.
There's research out there that kids these days have as much anxiety, clinical level anxiety, as somebody in the 50s would have been institutionalized for. And that is their norm. That's their base level. The stakes are life and death. Honestly, for kids, they are. You can walk into any high school and a classroom of 25 kids, at least 3 are experiencing a clinical level of depression, and at least 2 of those have attempted suicide. That's 2 kids in every classroom in every high school in the state of Texas attempting suicide.
When I see patients in my clinic, it's often too late. This is why I believe in things like Magic Mirror and the Kindness Campaign. So we're giving them tools before it's too late.
I don't speak for children. I make space for someone to hear them.
Welcome to the Magic Mirror. What's your name?
Jackson.
The magic in the magic mirror is how it helps you feel about yourself. It's how it makes you internalize all the best parts of yourself and lift yourself up to a higher way of being so that when you walk away, you see the best in yourself.
Can you look at your eyes in the mirror and say, I am enough?
I am enough.
We can always intervene and change a child's story with empathy and love and caring and kindness. So when multiple people experience the magic mirror, it can really make a culture shift for the organization or the school that's experiencing it. Because if everyone is seeing the best in themselves, then they're going to start bringing the best of themselves in the world that they're in the school that they're in the class that they're in, and they're going to see the best in others. And then that's going to shift the culture to be one of kindness and acceptance instead of one of worry and anxiety and trying to be liked for the wrong reasons.
And I think it's time we really kind of talk about more of this emotional literacy and tools and techniques that we can do. And that Magic Mirror is amazing like that. Just for a kid to be seen, heard.
And it was really sad. I was crying everywhere.
Is going to make an impact. That by itself is a nice tool to explain and understand kindness.
And that's why we're so excited about the Kindness Campaign, because it's filling in those gaps, like these necessary gaps that kids need to have in order to be like a good citizen of the world.
It's okay to be vulnerable.
If you can just see them and accept them and then help them move to the next best place or the next best thing, even if it's just one moment at a time, it makes a huge difference in changing their story and their outcome.
When you finally see like kindness as a routine in your classroom, it makes you remember why you became a teacher in the first place. To think about the kindness campaign, bringing that into multiple schools, multiple districts, multiple states, and to think about like kindness just kind of becoming more accessible to everyone, this world would be a much different place.
And that's where it begins. When someone finally listens. One child, one moment, one story at a time.